Hi, my name is Viren Rabikisun, and I'm the head of supply chain at Safintra SA and Safal Steel, and I'm here to show you how strategy works. My key responsibilities for the head of supply chain are strategic planning and implementation. This is the development and executing of supply chain strategies that align with the business's objectives. And the idea is to enhance efficiency and profitability. Then there is the second part, which is operational management. On operational management, my key responsibility will be to oversee procurement, planning, logistics, and distribution to ensure seamless operations and timely delivery of products to the customers who we appreciate immensely. Our customers are extremely important, and we not only value their business and support, but appreciate every single time they choose and trust this company to fulfill their dreams and be part of their future. We always complete our tasks with the customer in mind. The next part of it is supplier relationship management, establishing and maintaining strong relationships with suppliers to ensure quality standards and cost effectiveness. Our suppliers are not purely suppliers, but a valuable extension to our business. They are equally enthusiastic about our business as they are with their own. Inventory control, managing inventory levels to optimize stock and reduce holding costs while meeting customer demand. There is a fine line between understock and overstock. Both situations place the business at risk and must be managed continuously. Team leadership, extremely important. Leading and mentoring the supply chain team to foster professional development and achieve departmental goals. Our people are the most important part of our business. As leaders, we have an obligation to allow our teams the opportunity to gain experience and be able to use their skills for the betterment of the organization. Stakeholder collaboration. We have to work closely with other departments such as sales, marketing, finance, operation to ensure alignment and support for supply chain initiatives. The strategy for supply chain in 2024 was broken down into 5 key areas. Forecasting was the first area. There was a focus to move to more data-driven forecasting, which would incorporate a specific timed procedure with multiple stakeholders, using aggregation levels to move away from emotional decisions. We accomplished this by introducing a more analytical way of forecasting and involving other stakeholders that were not part of the process previously. Forecasting became a function that different departments contributed to. Sales, marketing, supply chain. All of these departments collectively discussed forecasts, and the final decision was made after careful consideration from all parties. It was not a one-sided decision. On the procurement pillar, the strategy was to target savings across multiple categories. The focus moved from the historical way, and in the past, there was a sourcing of multiple quotes, comparing and then selecting the cheapest. And that does not necessarily work for the business. The focus that we moved to looked at the best feasible option for the business, and this incorporated savings across all spheres of procurement, which included in-depth analysis of contracts, services, and maintaining good business practices. Supplier relations were enhanced during the year to maximize collaboration and build a culture of beneficial and ethical partnerships. Inventory is also one part of the business that can be both beneficial and detrimental to any organization. The strategy in 2024 was to minimize working capital usage through efficient, coordinated inventory holdings across all entities. There was a major drive to reduce inventory across multiple locations across South Africa. The demand planning role responsibilities were increased to provide support on having the right stock in the right place at the right time in the right quantity. The focus was to right-size the stock levels to meet customer satisfaction. Warehousing, leads to efficient movement of goods through the process and across the entire value chain. The strategy was to implement shared standards across the group to reduce leakage and misreporting. The multiple warehouses across South Africa had to look and feel the same, thus creating uniformity across multiple plants. Stock was clearly identified and stock count frequency was increased. Distinct levels of authority were required during the count procedure, which resulted in the improvement of the integrity of the count. Logistics is the fifth key area of supply chain, and the strategy was to implement logistics solutions that drive cost savings, capital reduction, and service improvement. Our customers are important to us, and we always place ourselves in the customer's shoes. When we view logistics from their point of view, we acknowledge that they have a perception of how we should service the market. Our strategy on logistics was to not only meet our customers' expectation, but to surpass the service they expected. This entire service had to make sense to the business and aligned with our cost management drive. On the Safintra SA side, we embarked on a solution with DP World, who were previously Imperial Logistics. This solution brought a wealth of knowledge and logistics expertise that spanned further than sub-Saharan Africa. So we had key successes in the business during 2024. We introduced a new fleet of vehicles which boosted the confidence of both our logistics teams and our customers. You know, when you see shiny new trucks, it does make a difference, especially if somebody is coming to deliver to you. The logistics solution not only delivered shiny new trucks, it also brought in knowledge, which contributed to our strategy of improving our OTIF score. So on time in full is something we are very passionate about, and a key learning in 2024, if I have to say, came from the inventory part of the supply chain. So the idea is, and this is an age-old idea where people throw inventory. They throw inventory to most businesses because they think that it can fix everything. So what we learned was to achieve customer satisfaction. There's many other contributions other than inventory, and we focus on the multiple other contributions of customer satisfaction. Inventory did not have to overcompensate for other areas. The one thing is, my teams are based across different geographical places, and there must be a clear plan on the implementation of the set strategies. So as I said, you have to set the strategies, you have to implement them. The difficulty always is when your team are not sitting around the table, but I think COVID has taught us that we can do things different. And this proved to be an easier task for me, even though I had teams sitting in two different places. The valuable people in my supply chain. So in the group, people are our most valuable asset. And in the supply chain department, there's no difference. We have embraced accountability with having the right people. They have taken on the responsibility of accomplishing strategic alignment with all their teams. We have dedicated people across our supply chains, and they are being mentored to be the absolute best version of themselves. And I have no doubt that they will continue to deliver in 2025 what we could not accomplish in 2024.